Hello amigos, Amigo here, welcome to play Crash Bandicoot 2 N-Tranced. This time we're going to be fighting Evil Crunch, because once again, he's been hypnotized. Oh, that Crunch. But yeah, all of Crash's friends have been hypnotized, and Crash must save them. Well, by all of Crash's friends, I mean Crunchy Coco, but you know. This boss is pathetically easy. Stand in the bottom left corner, or float whatever, and spam the A button, and shoot the nitros in front of you. If one goes a little bit higher than the bullet you shoot, fly up a little bit to destroy the nitro to make sure that it doesn't hurt Crash's head and make you blow up. Then Crunch will basically fall into nitros and you can shoot him while he's unconscious. Do that 3 times and you win. Oh man, brainwashed again. Good news, Crash. The crystals you've collected have allowed me to open up a new area of the island. We can get to new worlds from there. Plot, yeah. We've unlocked a new ability called the Super Slide. Hold down L and then use the slide button and Crash will slide like 10 times more further than you already could. Something I need to point out here. There's going to be a bit of inconsistency with my Wumpa Fruit count, my gem count, and my life count. When I recorded the second warp room, I say when I recorded the second warp room, but apparently it didn't record. It either I forgot to press the start recording button, or it just disappeared on my computer, or I accidentally deleted the file. Either way, I could not find the second and third warp room, so I had to re-record this. And yeah. So what you're seeing here is a different save file, which is also the reason why this didn't get uploaded like a day or 2 after Crash, the first part of Crash N-Tranced. Apologies for that, but shit happens, and yeah, I've re-recorded it all. I actually re-recorded all of it and did all the relics in like the same day, and it's fucking tiring. Yeah. But hopefully everything's like all together. Either way, I should probably start talking about this level. This level is called Tiki Torture, as you know. And there isn't any trivia for this level. However, I can say this level is supposed to be making a resemblance to the one level with volcanoes in it. There's a couple of them, I believe, in Wrath of Cortex. One of them is the first level, the last warp room, if I can remember correctly. It's supposed to resemble that. It also resembles a little bit of the jungle levels from the original 2 Crash games. And it also borrows the music, or I guess a remixed version of the lava levels from Crash Bandicoot 3. So yeah. As I said, this game borrows some stuff, most stuff from Crash 3 and Wrath of Cortex. And to be honest, I actually do quite like their approach of like just blending some of the levels together instead of, you know, just flat out reusing them. It makes this feel more like a fresh new Crash game, and to be honest, if I had to choose what the real sequel to Crash 3 would be, I would say this, because it feels more like a Crash 4 than any other Crash game. I mean, I guess Crash to Insanity could say that, but in order to have Crash to Insanity, you kind of need to say that Crash Wrath of Cortex is canon. And, I mean, okay, yes they are, but I mean, in terms of my opinion of what a true sequel to Crash 3 would be, I couldn't really say Twinsanity, because Crash Wrath of Cortex would come before that, and that would make Crash Wrath of Cortex number 4. But yeah, Crash Wrath of Cortex is technically number 4 though, just letting it out there. But in my opinion, this game should be number 4, just because it's so much better. Once again, we're in another Egyptian level, which is pretty awesome. Egyptian levels in this game are pretty good. I absolutely love the one before the final boss of the 4th warp room. That one is so awesome. It's a water gimmick one, so yeah. Does this level have any trivia? Probably not. No, it doesn't. But yeah, I had something that I was going to talk about, but then I kind of forgot. Something that really annoys me about this game is, you know, in Crash 3, you'd have all this stuff that you could slide on the floor, and when you press the crouch buttons, Crash will still start sliding, and it will carry momentum with him, because, you know, the game has physics, somewhat. And, in this game, when you press the crouch button while moving on the oily surface, Crash just goes to a halt, and he doesn't slide at all, and it's so annoying. And you have to crawl under the any nitro crate that you're supposed to slide under, because the slide function doesn't work, like on the slippery surface. Like, not the actual, like, slide function itself, but I mean, the slipping function, I guess you should say. The physics for slipping doesn't really work properly. Something I did miss up there is a gem that you can get. You can get it this early in the game, but I go back to get it later. Something I should actually point out, and I did not realise this until I recorded some stuff for this game yesterday, and I also checked back on the video like a few minutes ago, is, you know, level Prince of Persia, yeah? Prince, not Prince. P-R-I-N-T-S. Anyway, when I beat that level, I did a slide into the warp at the end, and apparently, even though I got the gem, I got all the boxes in that level, apparently I didn't pick up the gem. Go back to part 1, look at the level Prince of Persia, and look at the results after the level. You'll see that I won't have a gem. So I had to redo that level for some reason. So, a bit of a word of advice, do not slide into the warp at the end of the level, because you will miss the box gem. Which is really fucking stupid, but... yeah. Now, these levels are pretty simple in all honesty. The B button makes you go faster, you press L and R to slide to the left and right. And overall, to be honest, those extra options are only useful when you're getting the time relic. If you're getting the box jam, I recommend not using any of them. Maybe if you really need to, I'll another. As far as the shark goes, as long as you keep jumping while the shark tries to get you, the shark will never get you. Because I don't know, the shark's just easy to avoid. Something very awesome about this game, actually, if you miss a box, you can guide the sharks. Basically, the shark will be in the background, yeah? Crash goes to the right, the shark's fin will go to the right. If you can actually lure the shark into breaking boxes for you, and it is actually quite a useful strategy in case you missed a box, because I did miss a box back there, and the shark actually got it for me. Which is pretty awesome. It's kind of like the other chase sequences in the other Crash games, but this one requires just a little more strategy. Do a barrel roll! Now it's your turn to use the Atmosphere Crunch, but be careful, Entropy has added some new dangers. Yes, this is the very first Crash Bandicoot game where you get to play as Crunch, and it's basically the exact same atmosphere levels, like controls and everything as Crash's, but we're playing as Crunch nonetheless, so you know, I don't mind. You know, I like playing as new characters, you know. Just a small sprite change, but, you know, if they incorporated Crunch into the actual gameplay of this game, they probably might have to change some of this gameplay around a little bit, and, you know, that might obscure the game away from what it truly is trying to be, you know. So, I kind of like the fact that they made Crunch go into the atmosphere. Especially because, you know, atmosphere levels are from Wrath of Cortex anyway, and so is Crunch, so it kind of works. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, try and ignore, this isn't what I was going to say, but try and ignore Crunch's face every time you see it in the top right corner, because it looks fucking freaky. It looks like he's high or something. It just stares into your soul and shit. I still can't remember what I was going to say. I should look up if this level had trivia, though. Oh, barrel roll. Aha! It says, this level's name is a pun on barrel roll, a maneuver that can be carried out in certain aircraft, like in the Crash Airplane levels of Crash 3. The barrel is a reference to the many rolling hazards in the level, while the roll refers to the atmosphere's movement. Yeah, once again, this website likes to point out the bleeding obvious, but it's something to say nonetheless. I wonder if Slippy's in this level. Hey, Crunch, do a barrel roll! Yeah, something I would recommend is, whenever you go up the ramps, use the acceleration button, which is B, because that will make you go faster, obviously, and you'll get up the ramp quicker. And when you're on narrow pathways like this, hold down the A button. Can't remember if I said that in the first part, but to be honest, I can't remember anything I said in the first part, so yeah. Now, something very inconsistent about these levels that I hate. You know, in the first level, how I said that brown wall, yeah, you can still fall through that. In this level, it acts as a ramp. It's so inconsistent. You don't know if you're gonna fall through it or not. Sometimes you fall through them in levels, other times you go up them like ramps, and it's like, stupid. Like this bit here, I was so convinced that this bit was just an orange ramp on the left hand side, which is why I'm hugging the wall. But no, it's a little ramp that goes up and it's weird. Like, again, it's probably because of the isometric view, but sometimes it's just really weird and it gets, like, you fall through it sometimes and it's kind of weird. It happened to me anyway when I was playing again. Something else that happens to me while playing these levels, and mainly noticeable when you're doing the relics, is when you hold down the acceleration button, or if you just go fast in general for a certain amount of time, the frame rate goes down so badly and you can't even see what the hell you're doing half the time. Like literally, it makes you want to like just squint your eyes and realize, wait, what am I trying to do here, you know? Like, you'll be looking at it and it's hard to explain. Hopefully I'll show it off, but it's just weird. It does happen when I do the relics, but I'm not sure if it's in the actual run that I show off, because obviously, you know, I only show off the runs where I actually do it, because showing failure is a waste of time, especially if I'm doing post-commentary, so, yeah. I do like those little zipline things. Now, something I did actually talk about in Crash Bandicoot XS is the whole, this art style actually is similar to Donkey Kong Country. And, something that makes that incredibly noticeable in these levels is the fact that you fight monkeys, and I can't remember if it's yellow hair coming out the back of them, or if they're holding a banana behind, yeah, they're holding a banana behind their back. It makes them look like Dixie Kong. And I just, every time I play this level, I see Dixie Kong as one of the enemies. We might run into her later, or the enemy later, but every time I see the enemy, I think of Dixie Kong, and it's just like, god damn it. One of the levels we were playing earlier actually had trivia. It's called Flock Full of Seagulls, the one with the shark, where we were playing with the waveboard. Says the name of the level is most likely a reference to the 1980s pop band Flock of Seagulls, and this is the first time Crash is on a jet ski. So, yeah. Although I was pretty sure there was a level before this with the exact same gimmick. But the trivia is weird sometimes. They probably put it on the wrong level by accident. Unless I'm looking at the wrong one, but pretty sure it's the right one. Yeah, it's the right one. Let's see, will we find one of those monkeys again? Those bird enemies, if you try spinning them from underneath, they will kill you because their beak is their hit point. And even if you're spinning, you'll still die. New crate in this game is the ice crate. You use the crate and it freezes enemies that are close by. Pretty awesome if I say so myself. Returning from Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex is this little propeller, propeller jetpack thingy, digger. And, like in Wrath of Cortex, you know, it is fine. I prefer it in this game just because the controls are a bit better, but that's a given seeing this is a 2D game, so I can kind of understand that. I don't think we're going to run into that monkey enemy again. But, yeah. And here we go, it's the end of the level. Boom. That's our job. And we're going to be fighting 2 bosses in this video. We've got Evil Coco next. And Evil Coco uses a submarine similar to the submarine in Crash Bandicoot Cortex, except now it's like purplish colour. Basically, here's a tip for fighting this boss. Hug against the floor, and you will see there'll be four platforms here. In between each of the platforms is a little gap. The gap on the left side is where the laser beam stops, when it shoots from right to left. The gap on the right side is where the laser beam shoots from left to right. You want to hide in those little bits when she shoots her laser beams, and when it stops, you hide through the missiles and try and make it through there. Go as soon as like one quickly hits the floor and whatnot. When the when she's destroyed the floor, basically find the exact location where the floorboard is before she shoots the floor. Then you can hug against it, and then try and figure out where the little gaps in the floor are, and that'll help you presume where a laser's gonna stop. Now, you can only hit her when her electric force field is gone. And now we've unlocked the rocket jump, which is hold L and press A and you fly up into the air. I can't remember what other tactic I was gonna say because the boss is over now, but see you guys in the next part. Thank you for watching and goodbye.